अब इसी में आपको एग्जाम मिल जाता तो क्या पूछना?
I can hear background noise. Hello everyone, welcome to the panel. And so before starting, I would just like to give a quick introduction about our speakers today. Lakshya Shivaramakrishnan, Women Tech Makers Lead at Google. Nikita Gandhi, Community Manager at Google Developers India. Nitika Bhatia, Founder and CEO at AgroHub. Sonakshi Shukla, System Matter Expert at Western Digital. And I am Varsha Jaiswal, your own organizer and ambassador, and software engineer at Ed4 Infotech. So, before starting the panel today, I would just like to ask each one of you to introduce a little more about yourself. We know the company names and all, but we all are interested to know something more about you. So, this question is for everyone. So, maybe Lakshya, do you want to go first?
Sure, Varsha. Thank you so much. Yeah, what you haven't heard about me is it's about 5+ years that I have spent with developer communities. I'm passionate about the space of women in technology across all career levels, and this space has given me a lot of joy in working, as my full-time job. And to complement it with what I have studied, what I have my master's in, I spend time in also evangelizing Google and open source technologies. And one of my crazy achievements have been recently in 2020 receiving the Women in AI Leadership Award. I least expected it, but I think it's the tech evangelism that I do through communities. It is that passion for data science which actually helped me win that award. So yeah, that's about me.
Okay, thank you so much, Lakshya, for the answer. Next, Nikita, do you want to go?
Sure, Asha. Yes. So thank you so much for this question because I just realized after my talk that I forgot to introduce myself. So my name is Nikita Gandhi, just like I mentioned, but I forgot to mention about my experience with communities. So it's been 6+ years that I have been associated with communities in different roles, right from a participant to a volunteer to organizer and now a community manager. I have experienced all sorts of roles, and one thing I'd like to share about myself is. So basically, I have graduated as an engineer, and I was also working as a researcher with IIT Bombay for 2 years. I won awards for that. I'm also an international level yoga player, and I have pursued classical dancing for more than 8 years. I've learned Bharatanatyam for more than 8 years, and I'm a foodie, so at a time I can eat more than 24 gulab jamuns. And yeah, that's a little introduction about myself. And professionally, I enjoy coding with Flutter, and I write blogs and give talks in my free time.
That's amazing. That's literally really amazing, Nikita. Nikita, do you want to go to the answer? Please unmute yourself. You are on mute.
Am I audible now?
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah. Okay. Hey everyone again. So you already know that I have been an entrepreneur, but apart from that, I have been with the communities for 5 years, and I really want to thank Varsha and Bridge for giving me this opportunity to connect with you again, all over again, with the community leaders and the ultimate intelligent women in tech like Laksha, Sonakshi, Nikita, and you also. So, according to me, I was also the organizer for 2 years, and also I have worked as a leader. So, according to me, when I was the organizer, I have learned that we have to be an active participant in a team to grow ourselves and to help other people in the community. But when I was a leader, I learned that I have to take team along with me. It was not just like I will take the season at my own. I try to incorporate every person in the team to take the season to make the improvements in the event, or in doing each and everything. I try to incorporate every person along with me. And the thing I'm passionate about is that I believe in learning each and every day. I never stop learning. Either I don't think what day it is, if I'm tired or not. If I want to, I will just get 10 minutes every day to learn something, to read a book, or to read a blog over the net. And about my achievement, again, I would like to say that I think that biggest achievement of my life is that I have managed to run a company along with satisfying the roles of my life, being a mother, being a family person, uh, at the home front. So thank you. This is about me.
That's really great to hear this. And stage is all yours, Sonakshi. Do you want to share something about your?
Yes, Varsha, first of all, I think you will relate with me and you will agree with me that we really feel blessed to hear such a wonderful ladies and such a dynamic talent from for which we share the stage with. And if you ask about my experience with GDG, so I will say that I started as a volunteer, and the day I started, actually I was not doing that. I have some potential in me, but yes, I agree that I got such a wonderful mentor who assisted me and who just guided me in every situation, every path. So I feel really blessed. And then my journey started as a volunteer. Then we started with different events. I became the team member, then becoming the women technical lead, and this all continues. So yes, this entire journey made me feel that you can start from zero, because I started from zero. Actually, I still remember the first thing which I made was, just imagine, was a Google form, and I think you will also remember with me. So yes, I started with a Google form, and today I can say I know many technologies and I can work on it. So if I can start from zero, anybody can start from zero. So it's just, you need to understand the importance of time. If you have got the platform, just utilize it, utilize your mentor, and then definitely these all skills which I always continue, and I did in my entire GDG journey. So yes, this is only which I just want to share.
Thank you so much, Sonakshi. I can totally relate to your answers. And just adding to your point that whosoever are listening to us, it was our dream. It was the dream of Women Tech Makers Jalandhar team to have these ladies together on the stage. We failed, or the situation questioned us to get them in person together. But yeah, we thanks to Corona, or thanks to COVID-19 for this one, that at least I was able to make everyone, to have everyone on the stage together. So yeah, that was one of our dream. The second question is for Lakshya and Nikita, that we talked about moonshot thinking today. So what's your thought on moonshot thinking, and what is your moonshot? Lakshya, do you want to go first?
Sure. Thank you, Varsha. Thank you for all those wonderful words that all of you said. Yeah, it feels amazing to be part of this power-packed panel. So coming to the question of moonshot thinking, moonshot thinking is about setting goals which are 10 times and not 10%. If focus on setting yearly goals of something that you want to do 10 times of what you did last year, versus say you want to do 10% better, because that challenges you, that pushes you to be like the best version of yourself, and quite often you will be surprised with what you achieve. I faced this personally and professionally. Just to quote an example, a few of you would have attended the Google Developer Days in India that happened a few years back. So I remember I was being thrown a question saying, what do you think, how many, what percentage of our audience could be women? Because I was working in this space. And I said, maybe 25%. And they said, why can't we have 50%? I said, we don't have that many women, right? I mean, how can you have 50%? But then I think there were a lot of, great mentors, great people supporting me and said, no, we need to set bigger goals. And we said, okay, let's see if, we can evangelize about this event to say to women all that we, like our collective network. And we set a goal of, say, 40% women. We managed to have about 33.1% women audience. So I was surprised with that turnout for myself. So I think for me, that was one of the instances that I can instantly relate to moonshot thinking. And coming to what is my moonshot is to have gender equity in technology, and for me to be a small part for bringing about this change. Over to you, Nikita.
Thank you so much, Laksha. So the question about what moonshot thinking is for me is challenging yourself to goals that are more than obvious to you. So consider an exam where you think you can just succeed. Think about how you can succeed with distinction. That's moonshot thinking for me. And my goal is so I'm really passionate about creating equal learning opportunities for all. And my moonshot goal is to make sure that everyone in India are able to use smartphones at least with internet connected to it, so that they can access all the information they want to understand what's going on around them. So yes, that's about my thoughts about moonshot.
Wow, thank you so much for your answers. I'd just like to share the moonshot of Sonakshi if you missed her session. So her moonshot was is to sing a song in a concert, and I hope that will come true soon. So with that, moving ahead, my third question is to you, Sonakshi, that why do you think communities are important, and what drove you to be the part of community like this?
Okay, so first of all, I was not knowing that we get pizzas and stickers in this community. So I was not at all a person who was interested towards it. But yes, I was interested to learn something new because I was not knowing any technology when I met Raj and when I met Suraj. So I was not knowing any technology. So I told them that yes, I am not knowing any technology, but yes, I am eager to learn. I just know the basics, but if you will guide me, I will learn. And so we started, and then I am very lucky that I had such a wonderful mentors who just pushed me, and they just told me that this is wrong, this is right, you can do it, and you have potential. And then we started planning events. Then I used to go, and I'm telling you, Varsha, I still remember my first session which I took. I was on stage, and that confidence which I gained made me understood that yes, I am on a right track. And I would suggest each and every one that whether you join anything, any community, it's up to you, but definitely give it a try, join a community, because it will provide you multiple ways to learn multiple technologies. And you will meet brilliant mindset peoples, you will meet brilliant people with unbelievable technologies. They are doing something very very great. So yes, this is the only thing which inspired me.
Thank you so much, Sonakshi, for your answer. My next question is for everyone: that what does it take to lead a community? Do you want to share your journey on how you got here today? I think Nikita is facing some internet issue, so I'm so sorry on her behalf. So maybe Nitika, do you want to go first? Make sure you unmute yourself.
Yeah. So, for me, I really remember the mentors I had back in 2012, Mr. Avinash Mishra, who 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 helped me to gain that confidence to face the people. So, having a good mentor is very important to become a leader by yourself. So I saw them working. I saw how they just get into something, put put their best efforts into it, and then just they do wonders in whatever the event they host. So when I became the leader, uh, I also took the same path my mentors used to take, that I encourage my the juniors, my team people. Even I remember Varsha, you were the winner of in one of the hackathons that GDG has organized. So and you developers like you, they joined our team, and we have to be consistent to encourage them to be in the organization. And just they shouldn't lose the hope that okay, they are not getting anything, or even if there's some technology they are not able to learn it, we suggest them to switch it to whatever they like, to whatever to whatever the subject they have interest in. Like, we have to be consistent, we have to be encouraging, and we just take our team along with us, welcoming their suggestions and be responsive to them. So that's the way how I think to
Wow.
lead a community.
Wow, great to hear that. Lakshya, do you want to share your journey with the community and what it takes to lead?
Sure, Varsha. I think if I start sharing my journey, I'll probably take a lot of time. So what I'll do in interest of time is probably talk about 5 values that I have learned through communities, and also, share that learning. The first one is understanding. It is that, one size does not fit all. What works for you might not work for me, and what works for me might not work for somebody else. So, how do you think about all kinds of people that you're working with? How do you work for different kinds of people is something that I have learned. The second thing is empathy. It's always important to see the other side. What may be 6 to you might be 9 for somebody else. So it's important to practice empathetic leadership throughout. Um, the third is patience. I think often, we look for shortcuts, we look for quick success, but I've realized through work in communities that sometimes you might not see results in even months or even years. In the first year, you might see very little progress compared to what progress you see over years. So the cumulative effect of your effort is very clearly visible, say, a few years down the lane. So it's taught me patience. Fourth, courage. It is to push myself, to have that growth mindset, to believe that I can, I can continuously learn, and by learning, I can definitely improve myself. It doesn't matter how much experience you have, it doesn't matter how much you've done, there's always, always, always something to learn. So that's something it has taught me. And last but not least, I think it's taught me passion. I think I'm enjoying what I'm doing, and just by doing what you love, you will just have a great time. So yeah, these are my thoughts.
Wow, thank you so much, Lakshya, and I can relate to the answers which you just said. Sonakshi, do you want to go for this answer?
Uh, I think being a WTM lead, or when I was leading the team. So which I learned was the better understanding, and then I learned to be a good listener. You need to listen to your team first, and then you can create your ideas, and then you can bring the best solution, I think. And then we need to be ready to take every challenges, because I still remember our day fest when we were in Punjab, and there we were having some strikes going on, and lack of many things we were handling there. So that time, that incident made me realize, yes, everything could be possible, we can achieve everything. Is just you need the support of team, and we are very lucky in that we have all the supporters every time, everyone supporting all of us, and everyone have the solution for all the problem. So according to me, these all are the efforts which I count.
Wow. Nikita, do you want to share your journey? I know that you already shared, but a bit more about your journey, that how you got here.
Sure, I can do that. So I would say I was forced in a room full of professionals back when I was a student, and my senior asked me to attend a session just for experience purposes. So the first thing that I understood was when I entered this room was not everybody has similar background or experiences, and you need to embrace or appreciate the experience that you have. And you enter the room with an open mind that you're here to learn, you're here to meet with new people and share what you know with confidence. So the second thing that I learned while I was growing with communities is confidence. You may not be good at everything, but that's what communities bring you. An experience when you fail. You are at no loss, but when you succeed, you gain all the confidence in the world. Third thing that I learned was not everybody thinks like you. You meet with a diverse set of people, so appreciate the background that they come from. Listen to them, and once you are a good listener, you can make really good connections. You can make really good bonds, and they last forever. So I've made really good friends with the community. And last but never the least, what you know, do not hesitate to share because giving is more important as much as taking is. So balance both of them, and you'll get the best out of the communities.
Wow, thank you so much, Nikita. So my next question is for the super mom. That is to Nitika. Any challenges that you confronted when you thought of founding a company?
See, I won't say that I will count the challenges because there are, uncounted challenges that I face every day. See, when we run a company, we act like I will give an example. Maybe Lakshya would remember that we had an lecture in Bangalore about delivering two babies at the same time. I hope you remember that session. So similarly, when we are in a company, when we tend to launch a product and market, okay. So similarly, the hard work we put in with the team. So and the similar thing when we grow a kid as a mom. So we are putting, all the hard work of ourselves in, taking care of the child in every aspect. But for me, managing both the things at the same time, so it is really challenging. I usually run out of my energy every day when I lay on my bed. I was like, really, I sleep like, I'm a, very tired. I give example like I sleep like a dog, like without having any idea where I am. So this happens. But when I wake up next morning, I set my goals. Okay, this today I will achieve this. I will do this. I will really say that I used to make sticky notes. I write every night that tomorrow I will do this. I'll make note on the and I will stick that notes on the almirah or every whatever I will see first in morning. I'll just put that notes on that door. Okay, so I'll just rush to the things. Okay, I will achieve this. I will do this. But again, there's a challenge when we are in a family. I don't know about the foreign culture, but you all are, in from India. You know how the Indian culture goes. Being a daughter-in-law, we have not to just look for our kids. We have to manage the kitchen, the house front, having responsibilities. So I keep on juggling within. Once I'm having a call for the interview, the next moment I'm just changing the diaper. I'm having the conference call with muting myself and unmuting myself, having baby in my lap, so many challenges. But the best part that I have that in my core of heart, that is, I never lose hope. I have this goal that I will make my life worthy. There are many people, I won't say many, there are my students, my followers, my friends who give example to me of myself. Nitika, you were this yesterday. How you can shatter today? There are days, there are bad days, but when you will get to see those good days that are coming, you will forget about all the bad days, all the struggle you have been gone through. So I really appreciate those families who really encourage their daughters or daughter-in-laws to get ahead. Even when girls are in tech field, like in IT companies or software companies, uh, you know like Gurgaon. Here, I will give example of Gurgaon. From my place in Delhi, it takes almost 2.5 hours to travel from one side. Like 5 hours a day to travel from my place to Gurgaon Google in Gurgaon. So I can see the struggle, and now then coming home and again taking the responsibilities of family. It is really a struggle, and still those families who are encouraging their daughters and daughter-in-laws to move ahead with their career and to do something in their life. I really appreciate that, and just don't feel that I am giving a pressure on you, that it's very tough to be a mom and to just be a career woman. No, it's not tough. It's just the perception. How will you take these things? And just don't lose hope. Just uh, stay curious to achieve the things whatever you have planned for your life, and keep going ahead. That's it. That's it. I think that I have taken much more time than I was supposed to.
It was super awesome to hear you in this perspective. So it was really nice to hear, and as I can see the comment section, everyone is enjoying the session. So with that, my next question is for everyone. We always look for someone to give us some advice, if they're like maybe to our seniors, to our mentors, or someone. So you might also have received some advice from your mentors, from your seniors. So could you just remember, or could you just recall the best career advice you have received so far, and how it impacted in your journey? Maybe Lakshya, do you want to go first? Nikita, okay, sure, go first.
Yeah, my internet is a little flaky, so I'm afraid I'll be kicked out of the studio as soon as it goes low. So that's the reason I wanted to go first. The two best career advices that I was given, one is from my current manager, is to speak up about what's wrong. A lot of times we keep absorbing things that might not be comfortable for us. What I have learned and what made me easier, what makes me at ease at work, is when I speak up about the things that are not correct to me. It always also clears out the misunderstandings that we have most of the times. And second thing is from my mom, who always says that giving up is for losers, and remember, you are not the one. So that always keeps me going whenever I thought about quitting or I thought I couldn't make it to the end. Laksha, over to you.
Sure. Thank you. Thank you, Nikita. A lot of tongue twisters between Nikita and Nitika. Okay, so I think this is something that I've received from my parents, specifically my mother. And very coincidentally, this was also one of like the core missions of our school diary, right? So it is a quote by Aristotle which says, "We are what we repeatedly do. Excellence then is not an art, but a habit." So excellence was something that I have always been brought up to, have. It puts pressure, but it's pressure for good. Anything that I take up and everything that I take up, I feel that I have to put my 100%. I think that's the advice that I hold very dearly, and it was given to me when I was probably in school in 6th or 7th standard, but I still hold that very dearly now, even now.
Wow. Sonakshi, do you want to share any career advice which you received?
Yeah, right now also I received a wonderful advice by this wonderful ladies, and I will definitely follow them in my life. And the one advice which I remember, and my mother always used to she always make me understand this, that people will only hear if you will speak. So start speaking, because I was very introvert person, and I am not ready to like express myself, and I don't know how to take my own space. I don't know how to tell people to, yes, I need this, or I want to do this. I don't know how people does. So she always make me realize that if you will speak, then only they will hear you. So start speaking. This is the best advice which I received.
Wow. Nitika, do you want to go for this answer? You're on mute.
Okay. So there is this example my friend has given to me, that just don't feel shame and asking help from others, from your mates. Whether if you are learning something you are not capable of, solving the problem, just go and ask for help. If they will deny, maybe out of some concern that they don't want to help you, that you will make progress. But no, ask again and again. Just be a shameless person. Don't feel shame in having help from others. If there's nothing to shame. If I'm learning something, I will definitely commit a mistake, and again I will do it. I'm going to achieve it. So this is the best example that I've ever got. Just don't feel in shame. Don't feel shame in anything. Go ahead. That's it. Don't compromise with your goals in any way.
Wow, thank you so much. And it's really good to hear that you got so many best advices from your mom, from your friend, or from your mentors. So, do you want to use this stage to share one advice with others who are listening to this discussion today? Maybe we can go one by one, starting with Lakshya.
Sure. So I feel what I want to tell our audience here is very coincidentally very similar to what Nitika said as a career advice, is ask for what you want, because you'll be surprised to see what you get by just taking that one very difficult step of asking. And once you get what you want, please ensure that you also pay it forward, because what you benefited from, somebody else needs to take that benefit from you as well. So take, but also give. Thank you.
Wow, great. Nikita, do you want to go?
Yes. So what I would like to say is hard work and success doesn't come overnight. It's a matter of continuous efforts. And work so hard that you feel so confident about yourself that even if you fail, you know that you failed for the right thing and you're going to definitely succeed in the next time. And second thing is, while you are competing in this fast-moving world, think about how you can bring in the best version of yourself rather than competing with one person or entity.
Okay, great. Nitika, do you want to answer this?
Sure. I want to say that stay curious to welcome new opportunities, and you have to be dedicated to achieve them, and keep learning. Never stop learning. Do learn things, do mistakes, and explore that unexplored world that is waiting for you. That's it.
Thank you so much. Sonakshi, do you want to answer? Do you want to give one advice to our audience today?
See, I think I will just give them the advice to eat well and start learning. And as my mother is continuously saying in a comment box, wash hands. So, yes, be safe, eat well. And this is the high time, and you are getting much time. So, you can learn and find a good place where you can explore your knowledge, start speaking, and get connected, be connected with the communities, be team up with the communities. So this all the advice which I want to share with them.
Okay, so as this was the last question of this panel, I too wanted to answer this one. That one advice which I want to give to whosoever is listening to us is just I will just add on all the advices together that just believe in yourself. You will be able to achieve what you dreamt of or what you are dreaming of. So just believe, keep going, never stop, and never look back. That okay, I was this, or what if I'll fail? You will be better what you were yesterday. So keep going. With that, I'll just say take the opportunity to thank the panelists today to share for sharing their experiences, for sharing the amazing answers for the questions, and I hope that it helped each one of you in some or another way, and you could have related to some answers, and this will maybe this can help you not today, maybe tomorrow or day after tomorrow. With that, thank you so much. Thank you, speakers, for being there with us. Yeah, that's all for today.
Thank you, Varsha. Thanks to you.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you for listening, and thanks to the organizers.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you. Thank you, everyone.